bundle of GreenSeam Plus pipe upright with the male end facing the floor and the female end facing the ceiling. Spin the bundle so that the longitudinal seam is facing directly away from you. Grasp one section of GreenSeam Plus on both sides of the longitudinal seam and pull outward away from the bundle until the gasket is no longer in contact with the next piece of pipe. Then lift upward until the gasket is clear and then pull away from the remaining sections of pipe. Lay the section of pipe horizontally on the ground with the longitudinal seam facing up. Beginning at the male end, line the seam up so that the ends are flush with each other, then begin snapping the seam together, moving in one direction towards the end of the pipe. When completing a pipe-to-pipe connection, make sure the longitudinal seams are facing upward and are aligned. Insert the female end onto the male and apply forward pressure. Using an up and down motion or wiggle will help the gasket fully seat into the recessed crimp on the male end. To complete the connection, fasten the joint together with self-tapping screws. It is recommended that a minimum of 3 screws are spaced around the circumference of the pipe. The first screw should be placed 90 degrees away from the longitudinal seam. Larger diameter pipe may require additional screws for support. All GreenSeam fittings have a modified crimp and are sealed along all rivets in the colatch with a 0 VOC gasket. When installing GreenSeam Plus pipe, it is always recommended to use GreenSeam fittings. To install a GreenSeam fitting, remove the backing from the adhesive gasket and attach the fitting at the desired location along the trunk duct. Complete the install by placing a screw at each corner of a heto or space evenly around a collar or conical. When completing a pipe to fitting connection, make sure the longitudinal seam is facing upward. Insert the female end onto the male end of the fitting and apply forward pressure. Using an up and down motion or wiggle will help the gasket fully seat into the recessed crimp of the fitting. To complete the connection, fasten the joint together with self-tapping screws. It is recommended that a minimum of 3 screws are spaced around the circumference of the pipe. The first screw should be placed 90 degrees away from the longitudinal seam. Larger diameter pipe may require additional screws for support. When installing GreenSeam Plus, it is sometimes necessary to cut the pipe to length. It is recommended that the gasketed end of the pipe be cut off. Since there is no gasket to seal this connection, the joint must be sealed with a butyl-backed foil tape. For more information about all our factory sealed pipe and fittings, visit greenseamind.com.